What is up? Mr. Dippin' Gamer here with you today, bringing you a brand new video. And today we will be looking at the In the Name of the Czar trailer. I haven't seen it yet. I've been avoiding it like the plague because I wanted to do a react to it. I did, however, watch the presentation. I did miss the trailer, so I'm happy about that. But I did listen to the listen to the presentation, and I wanted to talk a little bit about what's coming up and what DICE might have in the works. So let's go ahead and hop right into the trailer real quick. Alrighty, like I said, I've been avoiding this thing like the plague, so I haven't wanted to watch it or anything like that. So let's go ahead and check it out right now. Battlefield 1 In the Name of the Czar official teaser trailer. So let's see what this holds. There's no justice among men. Nicholas II, last Tsar of Russia. Look at that sharp-ass knife.
Услышишь гром и вспомнишь обо мне.
That's a woman talking. And of course, I know this. I've looked up on my research in the past, and I know about the female death squads and stuff like that. And I do know they're going to be in the game, and we will discuss this at a later time. Looks like we're getting the trained behemoth back. Double barrel shotguns. Know about those guys. Those guys are going to be the new cavalry units, and they sound pretty badass. But we'll learn more. Jesus, man, this game is so brutal. But we'll learn about those cavalry guys later. But yeah, guys, that is the trailer. I haven't seen it yet. Is that a woman? I didn't even realize that was a woman. Alrighty, guys. So we just watched the trailer for The Name of the Czar. And from what they were saying in the press conference yesterday is that it will be releasing in September. So we still got a couple months away before that actually drops. But the cool thing is they're releasing 6 maps for this DLC. Now with the French DLC, we only got 4. I believe this is the biggest DLC they've released ever. And then of course we get the brand new factions. And like I said in the trailer, during the trailer, I read up on some of my history. I know about the female death squad that Russia had. And from what the developers were saying is that it's going to be limited to the scout class. So everyone that plays scout is pretty much a woman now. I'm okay with this. I really am. But yeah, I'm totally fine with this. I really see no need to go all white knight and people freaking out over having women in Battlefield, saying it's unproportionate. Who cares, man? Who cares at this point? Especially that these women actually did serve military roles in military, and they saw combat. So I'm fine with this. So besides the DLC Name of Czar coming out in September, besides that, they mentioned they'll be releasing 2 night maps. The first map is Nivelle Nights, and it's a trench warfare map. From what they were saying, it's very symmetrical, so you'll have, say, a flag is in this this trench running north to west, and it's connected at the bottom right, while point E has the same type of trench, except the connecting point is up at the top instead of down at the bottom. So it's supposed to be very symmetrical. Think Fort de Vaux-esque. That's what I picture in my mind. It's going to be Fort de Vaux-esque, except more symmetry. As far as when that releases, they didn't give us a hard date, but I would assume they're going to be releasing it with the updates that should be coming out towards the end of the month. The Nivelle Nights comes out should be at the end of June, so we'll get that map soon. And then as far as the second map, what was it called? Pres de Terreur. Pres de Terreur is going to be released in July, which again I think it will be for the July patch that we get. They'll be releasing the patch, and the the new map. Now, Pres de Thur, I've seen a couple images of it. I don't know if any of you have ever seen it yet, but it looks like what I like to picture as an ambiance, but at night. But it's going to be very close quartered in a city, and it looks pretty fun. It's going to be the night version of ambiance. Now, as far as if this will be free to the public, I'm assuming it's not going to be, and I'll tell you why. Both of these maps have the French DLC, or have the French as the main team, the main fighting faction that's fighting in this. So the French DLC has those French characters. Well, yeah, I don't know, man. It's really hard to say, but that's my thinking is, since it's the French playing, you're going to have to, since it's the French fighting, you're going to have the French DLC. Of course, there's also premium friends, so they would be able to play with friends. But my thinking is that it will not be part of the base game like Giant Shadow was. It will be part of an extra content release for the French DLC. It will be behind that paywall. But I don't know. I could be wrong. This is just me making a stating my hypothesis. Now, other than that, I wanted to talk about what they were talking about. They said they're going to release more information at Gamescom in June or in July or something like that. And one of the points they said they were going to talk about there is the competitive aspect of Battlefield, which got me really, really excited. As you guys know, well, I hope you know if you are watching this, I do play on the competitive side of Battlefield. I am part of Clan AOD, and we've had a couple games, a couple competitive games. Now, from hearing the exos of the clan, of the leading officers of the clan, what they were saying is that some of the DICE developers were watching our game. Now, our clan is very close with the DICE developers. They frequent our servers a lot, so we see them in there quite often. And for us joining the competitive scene, it raised their... I don't want to say it was all us. It's always been a big thing for Battlefield. I mean, ESL was doing it last year as well. But from what I heard is they were watching our first game, and they watched a bunch of other people play, and it really sparked their interest from even before we joined Hardcore League. And so they've been wanting to start up an E-League or something like that. But that's all. Stating my hypothesis again, I do not know what's going to happen, but I am really excited and looking forward to Gamescom in July. I think it's July. I'm not sure. But yeah. Other than that, guys, there's really nothing else for me to talk about. Star Wars Battlefront 2, if you want me to talk about that. I mean, it looks cool. It looks like a reskin of Battlefield 4 to me in Star Wars colors, pretty much. But yeah. I'm excited for Battlefield 1, guys. It should be awesome. Oh, and the really cool thing that I noticed is that Battlefront 2 is not going to have any DLC. You don't have to pay for the DLC, so it's not going to fracture that the structure. It's not going to fracture the player base. So for Battlefield in the future, it looks good for us because we might not have to pay for DLC anymore. There might be other things like paying for these supply drops and stuff like that. And in most cases, I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that. Just as long as we get the free maps and free content, that would be amazing. That would be A1 for me. piece de resistance, you know what I mean? But yeah, guys, that is going to do it for this episode. I've rambled on a lot. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. And I will see you all in the next video. This is Mr. Dipping Gamer signing off. Have a good one, guys. Yeah.